Most of us who turn to therapy do so as a last resort. We come to that first appointment in a state of vulnerability and brokenness, desperate for guidance. And we want to believe that the person sitting opposite us, with their framed diplomas on the wall and their nameplate on the door, is not just a professional, but someone who is genuinely committed to providing care and support. But what happens when this isn't the case? What if the person in the therapist chair is driven not by true empathy, but instead by a need to work through their own unresolved pathology and desire to have their own needs met through the therapeutic relationship? I'm Leah Denton, and this is Psychotherapy, a show dedicated to exploring these questions and more. Each episode will provide survivors of therapy harm a platform to share their stories and offer language to those trying to make sense of their own experience with the psycho in the therapist chair. Before wading into these stories of harm, I'd like to take just a moment and mention the pivotal role that an ethical psychologist played in my life after my encounter with an unethical clinician. She validated my experience, advocated on my behalf, and suggested empowering options for me to pursue. For the better part of a year, she patiently helped me parse out the layers of harm, both intentional and unintentional, that had been inflicted. And most importantly, she helped give me language to explain an experience that had left me really disoriented and unhinged. Given the pain and harm I had just been through, I'm not sure how I would have navigated my way through that dark time without her help. And this experience, working with an ethical, caring, and well-trained clinician, helped me realize even more deeply the profound damage that can occur in the hands of the wrong kind of therapist. The damage that occurs when a system intended for healing instead becomes a source of further harm. I think we need to talk about those stories, and I hope you'll join me right here on Psychotherapy. Psychotherapy premieres on February 27th. Listen and subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. If you have a story of therapy harm that you would like to share, get in touch with us at listenermail@psychotherapy-podcast.com. And you can also find us on Instagram at psycho.therapypodcast.